Welcome back to the channel, guys. ThePrinceVon here, and today we have a video that is the antithesis of an old video I did, the 7 reasons why I almost dropped S Broly, and today we're going to be talking about reasons why I play S Broly, so let's get right into it. First reason I play this character is his moveset. Now, I know I've made a lot of complaints saying like this needs to be faster, this needs more armor, that needs more armor, adjust how this move works, you know, fix his 2H so it doesn't keep crossing him up. But all in all, besides like the flaws of his moves, I actually like all of his moves a lot. Like, this looks cool, doing shit like that looks cool, this just bouncing people off the ground violently when they're in the air. You know, his command grab is great to look at, and both his command grabs are great to look at. Just dragging people's face across the floor. Camera work on Eraser Blow was always great. Always wonderful camera work. His beam, even though it's slow, is cool. You know, it's a one-handed beam. That shit's great. You know, this is great to do. And also, what I love about him is when people, you know, want to jump, and that is like that and this are the most satisfying feelings in the world for me as an S Broly player. The other reason why I love S Broly is that he actually reminds me a lot of my main from Street Fighter V, Nakali. Now, how does he remind me of Nakali? Some of his normals and just his toolkit, they kind of look similar, right? They both have mechanics built into their kit where they get permanently buffed after a certain action. For Broly, it's after his level 3, right? And for Nakali, it's after he pops his V trigger. Now, even the way that they activate their buff, like obviously, you know, Broly, Dragon Ball stuff, he's gonna flex and he's gonna power up. And Nakali does the same exact thing. And that's one thing that I love about them. The fact that they both get permanent buffs to their damage. I would hope that S Broly would get more buffs besides just damage when his armor is off, because Nakali gets buffs to his frame data, his movement, and his damage. So he actually gets new combo routes, like he can do like crouch medium punch and a medium stomp, and it'll actually combo without countering it. Stuff like that. Broly's 5M and Nakali's stand heavy kick look very similar. Nakali has stomps as well as Broly does. Nakali also has a command grab. You know, his command grab, he has a wall bounce command grab, and his command grab bounces you off the floor. You know, Nakali's level 3, his critical art, he grabs you and he drags you by your head into the corner, right? They both put people in the corner fairly easily, very easily. Nakali is putting you in the corner after like 2 touches coast to coast if he has the bar for it, and Broly's putting you in the corner no matter what. Also, Nakali has a seismo, which is where it's like a tracking ground pound, but Broly has a ground pound as well as Nakali having his seismo. And then they both kind of look similar. Like, look at their battle stances. Look at their battle stances. They're both angry all the time. You know, they're these big built behemoth of men, even though Nakali is a mud man. He's not necessarily a man. He doesn't even have a skeleton, if you pay attention. They both have like scars and shit, and they don't talk when they fight. They just grunt. Like, I really like characters that are that violent where they don't even speak. They just make sounds while they're fucking you up. They are both absolute savages in the way they fight. Also, Nakali and Broly have a game plan that's centered around conditioning and frame trapping. Nakali has plus buttons for days. His command grab is not necessarily the best. It's 8 frame startup, where the average startup for a command grab in Street Fighter V is 5 frames, so his is on the slower side. But you can still catch people with it if they're not paying attention. But yeah, both of their game plans are centered around conditioning and scaring your opponent to either get command grab or press buttons when they shouldn't, and then you make them explode for it. Third reason are his options. Now, I used to play Bardock, and you could technically say I dropped Bardock for S Broly. I don't have Bardock on the PC version to really show you why exactly, but Let's just say it's the simple thing of Bardock doesn't have a reliable way to open you up. S Broly doesn't either, technically, because if people can react to command grabs, like, they don't have anything to worry about as much as far as opening them up. But at least his left right is easier, right? But anyway, now, did I love Bardock's frame data and his buttons? Yes. But was I able to open people up reliably with it? No. Unless you're doing shit like Super Dash Assist, or using Kid Buu A, or some other high block stun assist that allows you to do like a 5M or a 2M, call the assist, jump, and then you either do a late IAD light or like a landing MT2L. You're not getting any real mix with Bardock. You're just not. You're not. And I just got tired of having to rely on staggers to open people up, because when you're playing against someone that is familiar with your playstyle, like, it just gets way harder. With Broly, it's like I can put my command grab anywhere. You know, like, I can literally put it anywhere. It's not so much of me like being like, okay, let me do this. Like, I know this button is safer than this one, so I'm most likely gonna stop here. Whatever, blah blah blah. You know, I feel like it's easier. No, it might actually be easier to react to a command grab, but you can't reflect a command grab. For command grab, you have to vanish, jump, or hit it. With staggers, you could vanish, mash, reflect, get a punish. Like, if their stagger has a big enough gap, you can jump. Like, there's just way more ways, in my opinion, to avoid a stagger than a command grab. Besides also other obvious options like a DP or a level 3 or frame 4 invincible move, etc., shit like that. But it's honestly just like command grabs are just great to have in a game like this, where mix-ups are pretty much non-existent out of your usual scenarios. And steamrolling people with this character is great. You kind of get the same thing with Necalli if you make like 2 right guesses with Necalli. They're more than likely gonna get, I would say, 2.5, because the third hit is probably gonna stun them. If you make 2.5 right guesses with Necalli, they're stunned, and then they're usually in the corner in a very bad spot, and from there, they're more than likely gonna have to pop the V-trigger to get that comeback. And then just like grabbing people out of the air, again, in the corner, just to do so much damage. It's so good. It's so fucking good. I failed the re-jump right there, but it's, bro. Like, when you really grab somebody after they keep up-teching, it's like at that point they just feel like there's nothing they can do. They feel like they're forced to tech on the ground, and then they're gonna start doing stupid shit like reflecting and whatnot, reflecting on wake up when they shouldn't, mashing when they shouldn't. Because up-teching against S Broly in general is not a good idea, because 2L covers all those options of you up-teching. You see, that's 36% because you wanted to up-tech. And if you tech on the ground and you just block, you're gonna get grabbed by that one anyway. And if it's EX, oh man, if it's EX, it's even worse for you. It's literally even worse. It's even worse. This EX, you're taking around 4K. Well, not just about 4K, but you're taking near 4K for getting grabbed on your wake up like that. And then obviously, like, this is like the hardest of fucking reads to make people sit the fuck still, even though it's scaled a shit ton. If you want a motherfucker to sit still, you do that shit still. No funny shit. Reason number four why I enjoy playing this character is obviously the movie. The original piece of art that he was originally introduced in the movie. The DBS Broly movie is honestly top one Dragon Ball series movie of all time. Easily, free. There's no competition. The story is great. His redone backstory is way better than the original Broly. The original Broly is just a big crybaby man-child, while this Broly is more of an innocent, kind of like a Gohan-esque character. But when he gets angry, you need to get the fuck out of him because he has no control over himself. But more importantly, I just loved seeing the ass whooping he gave to fucking Goku. He was whipping Goku's fucking ass. Like, if you guys have not seen it, you guys need to see the Goku fight versus Broly because it was pretty much a one-sided ass whooping with Broly delivering the fucking ass. And I actually dropped this character like back and forth plenty of times because I hated how his buttons felt and I was like still used to privileged frame data and shit. Like base Jetas and Bardoks and Cells and Kid Boos, and I was just like, bro, how am I supposed to do anything if I can't stagger? Then I got better at placing my command grabs and shit, and now he's my best bud forever. Which brings me to reason 5. I feel like he's a part of my identity now. Like, honestly, wherever I am known, I'm the Broly guy. Like, people know I'm the S Broly guy. I'm the guy that plays S Broly. I don't think people know me as any other player besides the guy that plays S Broly, because I post tech for like Baby, Base Jita, 21, Tohan, and shit. Those are the characters I'm playing right now. But as far as like characters people know me for, they know I play S Broly. Everyone that knows me knows I play this character and that he's on just about every team I have. Like, I can show you guys right now, actually. He's on this team, he's on this team, he's on... I don't have all my teams changed right now, but he's on this team. Like, these default teams are not the teams I'm playing. I didn't change most of these teams, but as you can see on the PC version, like, every team I do play, he's on it. I don't really play this team, but I have this team, I have this team. I also have a team with Tohan, 21, and Broly. I've got Base Jita, 21, Broly. Shit like that. Like, he's just about on every single team I play. The only team that he's not on that I play is the 21 Base Jita Baby team and my Cell Kid Buu 21/Trunks team that I play every now and then. Those are the only teams he's not on that I play, like, a lot. And at this point, I feel like me and S Broly are one and the same. Like, you don't see me without him and you don't see him without me for the most part. So yeah, I feel like I would be doing people a disservice and myself a disservice if I ever dropped him. Like, he's the one character I've stayed loyal to, besides like Nakali and Juri in Street Fighter 4 and maybe Evil Ryu. He's the only character, like, besides the times I dropped him so many times, he's the only character I've stuck with for, like, so long. Usually I branch off to other characters to play, but I've stuck with him for so long that there's no going back at this point. And honestly, my teams don't even feel right when he's not on the squad. Like, I feel like I have to play him no matter what. But those are the 5 reasons why I play S Broly. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, all of that. And tune into my live streams when I go live on Twitch. The link for that will be in the description. I appreciate you guys so much. Stay beautiful, stay powerful, and the Prince Von is out.